Hey bikeaholics, Anthony Peters here, your lab riding buddy.
Today I want to show you how to install the Chapa adjustable passenger comfort peg mounts from RydeCulture and the twin rail footrests from our friends at 3D.
Okay, so here I've got all the parts laid out for you, all right? One thing I want to point out, so contrary to what the box shows you, where it shows you 3 sets of bolts here and then another set of bolts here, before you freak out and think they did not send you all the bolts that they were supposed to, if you read carefully in the parts list, you will see the asterisk that says that this set of bolts is your stock set that you need to reuse, okay? That is critical because you need it for the mounting part, and then when you mount the arm to the mount, it's gonna take the new set that has the same threading, okay? So both of those will be the, the wider threading that go first into the bike and then into the mount, okay? So I'm gonna show you that. So first thing you've gotta do after you've done your inventory of parts, make sure you have everything there, is you gotta take the old one off, okay? This is simple enough. It's just a single 8mm Allen wrench to pop that off, okay? All right, and again, make sure you keep that because you're going to need that to put the new mount on. Putting the new mount on, I'm going to add just a drop or two of the blue thread lock. All right, there we go. That bottle's about dead. Okay, now with the mounts, I'm not sure why because I can't see a difference, but one is labeled right and one is labeled left. So this has the R on it. This is the one for the right. Okay. Also, you noticed before, coming off the old one, you had this little stud there. Okay. So stud goes in, that'll keep it from spinning. Put your bolt in. All right. There was no lock washer off the stock mount, so I've got no lock washer to put on here. All right, snug that there. Then I put it in for just a little extra leverage. Snug it there. The next thing you've got to do, you can't just slap your swing arm on right away, okay? You've actually got to attach your clevis to the swing arm because once you have it on here, you will not have room to get back here, okay? So the other thing when attaching the clevis, okay, you've got to pay attention to this little button screw up here, all right? That's a 2.5mm. You shouldn't need to mess with it though. Each one, left and right side, have that. You need to pay attention though because it needs to be in the up position. So if you actually want to put your swing arm forward to give your passenger more room so that their legs extend out further, like such, towards the front, you need to make sure you're using the right one that it's up. I'm actually going to be coming back because I'm putting these on for a shorter rider, for my daughter primarily. Occasionally my son rides with me. Okay, so I'm going to have it back. And I've got the right one now because the button screw is in, as you can see here, okay, the button screw is in the right spot. So you gonna take your shorter screw, okay, I've already got a little bit of thread lock on here. Take a lock washer, all right, put it through the back of the swing arm. Get it started. Now this is also going to be that same 8mm. Okay, so let me grab mine here. Here we go. I've got my 8mm. I'm just going to kind of tighten it, guessing where I want it with the angle and everything. So it's just snug. There's a little bit of rattle in it still. So I'm gonna want it up and back for her, and wow, yeah, that actually looks really good right there. So I'll tighten this down. Okay, and then next I'm going to need, again, those ones with the wider threading. I'm going to use those with another lock washer. Okay, and I'm going to mount the swing arm now. Okay, so yep, that's level, that's where I wanted them. Okay, there was already a little bit of thread lock on those. There we go. So I got that snug like that. Switch it so I can get a little more leverage and a little more turn. Okay, so one thing I discovered, all right, how do you know you've got these at the same angle for each side to help you get them in place for your passenger? Okay, one thing I did, I put it where I thought, and I brought it over here, and I lined them up, and I can see I've got the same angle. So now I can go put it on the other side. My daughter doesn't have to sit out here as long. I can just get these now aligned, and I'll be able to eyeball it and see when this is level. So it should be good for her, but I'll have her hop on to double check. Who knows, maybe she's got one leg longer than the other. All right, but I'm gonna go mount it on the other side now. Hey Bikeaholics, so I'm gonna show you a little trick, how to get your foot peg on here a little bit easier, okay? Trying to do it all on the bike, a little bit tricky. Just take the one bolt off, take the whole thing off. You'll be able to get it back in because this only goes into one spot. Everything's already in the position where you already figured it out, okay? So you take your little tension spring, all right? You're putting that flat part towards the back and towards the bike, and you do the rounded part in towards the middle, okay? Or rather, it'll be facing up, so in towards the middle, okay? You can do it either side. Just make sure that that bump, the bump side, okay, is towards the actual footrest, okay? So I'm setting it down in here. All right, let me see if I can get you a good view, do a top-down view, okay? So I put the flat end in towards it, all right? And then I'm taking this, make sure your rounded part is gonna go up so your floorboards aren't falling down, okay? You fold them up, all right? And I just press it in there. And now, this is the easiest way for you to look and line up the spring and everything that needs to go in there, okay? You can either also get in there with a pick or small screwdriver if you need to kind of move that spring around and get it into the right position for you. All right, mine's sitting a little high in there right now. All right, push down a little bit. All right, there. Let's see. So you're looking in that hole, trying to get everything lined up just right. Okay, there we go. There we are now. I've got it lined up nicely. Hopefully you can see in there. I don't know how much light you have. All right, slides right in. Start threading that. Okay. You take your, let's see, going back to the floorboard size or the adjustable mount size is back to the 8mm right here. All right. Tighten that down. Boom. Good and snug. And now I'll just go mount it back to the other side. All right.
there you have it, the Charles Chapa adjustable passenger comfort peg mounts from RydeCulture and the twin rail footrest from Zero 3Ds. You may also notice from the beginning of this video that my saddlebag guards have changed colors. Decided I didn't like the black ones with the new additional chrome, so I switched them out for chrome and put the black ones on my wife's Dark Horse. If you like what I've done here, click like below. If you want to see more as it comes out, hit subscribe and you'll be notified as new videos come out. I'll put links below for these products if you're interested in finding them and adding them to your ride. Till next time, this is Anthony Peters, your lab riding buddy, saying keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Take care, bikeaholics.